So I have to admit, I did actually decide I'd be making this video a little over 2 months ago now, and I even originally put out the tweet on the 13th of August. What do you guys think have been some big or strange trends on Roblox this year so far? And I really could not tell you why it took me this long to actually make it, but you know what, better late than never. So basically my 7th most popular video is weird Roblox trends, but the thing is I uploaded that video back in November last year, so it seems to be ever so slightly outdated by now, which is where my tweet came from. You know, I feel like it's time we go over some more weird and popular Roblox trends 2019 edition. So I think the first trend we're going to take a look at is probably a very obvious one and probably one you were expecting. The storytelling games such as camping. So I'm not going to lie, the camping or the story games absolutely did not stick around on Roblox for as long as I thought they were going to. My initial opinion on them was pretty much just they were better than simulator games, and I was kind of hoping that they were going to be taking over simulators, which for a very short while kind of seemed like that was happening. There was a very brief period of time where there was barely a simulator in sight, but then every now and then a new story camping game would appear. However, now I must admit that my opinion has changed quite a lot, and with these story games now being a lot less popular at this current point in time, I feel like everyone else has also changed their opinions. Basically, after the countless amount of story games we actually got, I think we all began to realise that there is not a whole lot you can do with them, and they all ended up being basically the same concept. You go camping, you sleep, a monster chases you, you either die or escape, and the game ends. And that is also when simulators made a swift return. Not that they ever really went anywhere, but we can say that they definitely aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Next up, I feel like it would only be right to mention Adopt Me in this video at least once, because I am pretty sure you all remember this game literally broke Roblox records. You know, the whole Roblox Adopt Me broke world records 400,000 players thing. I'm not entirely sure how or why this game specifically reached a record-breaking 400,000 players that day, but I must say that it's incredibly impressive. A lot of people seem to think Adopt Me shot up to that number simply because they released a pets update, which actually could be the reason, but then again, so many other games on Roblox have pets, and in fact, the majority of simulators include pets in their games. So whilst this is the only logical explanation, it is still somewhat confusing to me at least. And even today, 4 months later, Adopt Me continues to be the highest played Roblox game at all times, with it pretty much never dropping below 100,000 players. I still don't exactly know why only this game is consistently hitting those numbers, but all we can do is be happy for the developers. So this next one is a little bit of a weird situation. Lumine Legacy was hyped up a whole lot, and I would definitely say it was a trend for a short while, but like maybe a week at most. And I'm pretty sure when it was first released, within the first few minutes, the game reached around 100,000 players, possibly even more. And although it does now have around 6,000 players each day, I wouldn't necessarily say that the game died. I'd say it's more just the hype around it died down a little bit. And like I said, the game was hyped up and very popular for around a week. And I believe it settled down so quickly because the game didn't have a whole lot of content to it. Like, it was absolutely just as amazing as I expected it to be, and I did enjoy playing it quite a lot, but I'm pretty sure I finished the game in around an hour or two. But they also actually recently updated Lumine Legacy again, and I honestly haven't played it yet, but it kind of seems like not even more updates is gathering the same amount of players they had at release. But you know what, one thing is for sure, no matter how many players that game has, it is still a very good and well-made game. Those Flamingo Player Ads. So this is definitely one of the stranger trends I think we've ever seen on Roblox. For those of you who have ad block enabled on Roblox, what I mean by Flamingo Played Ads is basically an ad that will have big text on it either saying Flamingo Played or Flamingo has admin. And I think it's very obvious as to why these ads are created so much. The Flamingo Played Ads are to obviously get people to play their game, because why create an actual good advertisement for your game when a popular YouTuber has played your game? As for Flamingo has admin, those ads are basically people trying to tell Flamingo that they gave him admin in their game, because I would just guess that they want him to play their game. And I honestly cannot speak for Flamingo, but I can say that if it was me, I would honestly feel very pressured after seeing all of the ads, and eventually they would get very annoying. But staying on the topic of Flamingo, the Flamingo troll avatars seem to have been a huge thing all across Roblox, and especially this year. I don't think the troll avatars are 100% related to Flamingo. Maybe they were slightly inspired by him, but I would also think that it became a fashion trend. You know, I suppose we can call it that. And what I mean by troll avatars is, you know, where you pretty much dress as weirdly as you possibly can. And for some reason, some people seem to get annoyed or upset at the people who dress that way. But honestly, I don't understand why. People can dress however they want to dress, and especially on a virtual game, it really doesn't matter in the slightest. And once again, staying on exactly the same topic of the way people dress on Roblox, a lot of people told me that they seem to think that the fat legs are still a very big trend all over Roblox, or the thick legs as they are also known as. I mean, I personally don't see why so many people want their legs to be fat, but once again, it's just how they want to dress, so we should leave them to it. Their thick legs aren't hurting anyone. But yeah, that is basically it. There was a few more things that you guys told me about, but I feel like the trends that I went over were the biggest and probably the best ones to mention. And it also kind of seems like there was slightly less trends this year than there was last year, so I expect 2020 to be much better. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of Weird Roblox Trends 2019 edition. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.